Drive with Brandon Mason.
Welcome back to the building. People in the chat right now, we got a lot to talk about. Minnesota fraud exposed. Tim Walz. Democrats not happy about that. I'll tell you that right now. Republicans are cheering about it. We know that a lot's happened in Minnesota. We're going to talk about that. Exposed. We're going to dive into a lot. I got my notes here. We got to go over Nick Shirley, man. He's exposing Somalia. What's going on with them? Are they overstepping? Are they taking what is not theirs? We're going to talk about that in the chat. We got the daycares, the schools. We got airport. You guys in the chat right now, welcome to the show. If you're in the building right now, everybody put Minnesota in the chat. And make sure you spell it right. Don't spell Minnesota wrong. Some people in the chat are going to say, how do you spell Minnesota? Is it two N's? Is it one N? Get out there and put it in the chat. Everybody put Minnesota in the chat right now. We got, did you know now, this is the other thing I'm going to tell you guys. I was going to introduce people that are on the panel right now. I got excited and got started too early right here. We're going to talk about the airport DNA. Before we do that, let me tell you right now, we got our crew in the building. Vaughn in the chat. How you feeling today, baby?
This is for them Eagles.
Let's go. Eagles are flying. Eagles are flying. James, how you feeling out there, baby?
This is the tombstone for the Giants.
All right. Hey, you know I love my Giants. Got a helmet right here, baby. Got a lot of new helmets coming in right now. But I want to rewind and say something real quick. Minnesota fraud. All the people right now joining in the horizontal form. All the people right now that are joining right now, they're going to start popping up here in the vertical form in the chat. We love and appreciate you. If you're letting us know in the chat right now, we know you're there. We recognize you. YouTube is starting to expand that and build us in that direction. But I want to talk about something. I got the clips I'm going to start showing you. I got YouTube. I got a bunch of stuff. But this kid, Nick Shirley, who I'm going to pull up in a second on my screen. Okay. This kid, Vaughn, James, this kid is out there and he's exposing the Democrats, exposing Tim Walz. And I say Democrats right now, but hold on a second, because it might not just be Democrat. We don't know who's involved in all this, but Tim Walz, we know, pure Democrat out there. But the question is, these kids, these schools getting this funding, we're going to start with that. And I got the videos I'm going to show you here in a second. James, you got a daughter. You know what it's like to put your kid in preschool out there in whatever school that she's in. James, it's expensive.
Crazy expensive.
People take advantage of somewhere.
It's the greatest hustle ever.
They're taking advantage of this. Vaughn's sitting there like, kids, I ain't got no damn kids. Feeling good over here in the building. I'm relaxing. Woke up this morning.
It's not taking advantage if they actually have the kids in the building.
Correct.
They don't have the kids in the building. So,
but I feel they take advantage of the damn cost anyway. But I know what you're saying. You're saying, hey, look, they're getting this money.
Can you put a price on childcare? Do you want your kid really in like good hands?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Like, there's not a real price on that.
And you know what's funny? I feel you on that because like you brought that good point. You go there, you go, hey, this is only $500. Go there. You're like, I don't want to go to that one. I want to go to this one. They got the nice playground. Yeah. They got all this shit. You're right. And everyone's all excited about that until they say, hey, it's $1,900 a month. You're like, my kid's just getting like what, the tater tots. They're not getting a lot of good food. You know what you eat. They gave you, what they give you that one time you said? They gave you food. And you said you didn't have money for lunch. You didn't have lunch money?
At school.
What'd they give you?
Like a cheese sandwich with some milk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know damn well $900 a month, your kid's not getting cheese sandwich. They better get something.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now. But Somalia, okay, I got the videos I'm going to show in just a second. Okay. And as I pull it up on the screen, we're going to talk about it. What I'm saying is this. These people, and if you're in the chat right now, make sure you go out there and vote right now on what we're talking about. These people are taking severe advantage of the government. And people that are in the vertical, we appreciate you in the building right now. Thank you for coming in here. They're taking advantage of the government. They're getting all this funding, right? And I got the videos I'm going to pull up on the screen in a second. Even with this gentleman that goes out here, Nick Shirley, I got his videos pulled up, how he exposes what they're doing.
Can I just take, how come it takes one guy? Like he's not a big news company, and it took one guy to go expose all this. You know, I know he's like a mostly like right-leaning journalist. Doesn't really matter. But he did a great job on this. Where's the overwatch from within on this, and where are the other news companies on this?
So that's a great point, and it leads right into my thing I want to tell you. I got a bunch of things I want to tell you about this.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. I'll tell you this. The media is not talking about it. Why is the media not talking about this? Why is it Nick Shirley? I'll tell you, I'll give my opinion. The media is controlled by the Democrats. This is my 100%. And now, they're going to be forced to talk about it. They're going to talk about it eventually. If this had to do with Donald Trump, boy, oh boy, I'm just saying, I got to call a spade a spade. And I've been doing this every day on the show. The media is owned by the Democratic, most, not all of them, most of them. And I'm not, Fox is covering it, but Fox isn't blessed everywhere. So I'm like, okay, Fox, what's going on? But CNN, we can pull it up. ABC, NBC, all the Democratic stations I don't see any of them going crazy on this.
Most of the time, you need to get this information from independent journalists, like investigative journalists. Like there's this guy, Cash Jordan. He usually goes out too. He does a lot of things in New York City, but he travels around too. Most of the time, you gotta get this news from those type of guys. You're not gonna get it from CNN and
but
Fox
it's exposed now.
Yeah,
we could say that, but it's out now.
Yeah,
CNN's not covering it. Let's say this. Let's say this had to do with Donald Trump Jr. or Barron Trump or anybody related to the Trump family. Anybody
they might be covering it.
We're gonna pull it up in a second.
Yeah.
We're gonna see what they're doing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it up, and we're gonna see because we know how things are covered. And I'm gonna show you this, and we're gonna dive into this. Before I do that, let me just show you this clip right here because I got a clip I want to make sure that I got on in here in the chat, and I want you guys to be able to hear it. But when I take a look, at this guy who I'm gonna show you, actually, I'm gonna pull up this screen first and foremost. Let me pull this up first. Take a look, everybody watching this right now. This guy here. Let's see if we can get this up and rocking right here. So we see this guy, and I got the sound down for a second. He's pulling up saying, look, here's an example of billions of dollars fraud taking place in Minnesota. This is a school, a quality learning center. They're not learning shit. There's nobody in there. $1.9 million from the government. There's nobody in there. He walks up and goes, let's take a look. We're going to subscribe to this man. Why am I even subscribed? It's crazy.
What a nice entrance to a daycare.
That's his entrance, right? I mean, come on.
You're leaving your kids here?
Now let's go here.
They said that
learning
is spelled wrong on there too.
Yeah.
Learning is spelled wrong. Now let's take a look at this. Another one. He exposes, and then this guy's talking about it. And look, what is up with the Somalia fraud, though? Somalia, they found a little ticket. Now, I'm not saying it's just them. They come over here, they got their schools. A lot of people have these schools. But I got videos on here, people in the chat. I'm going to show you something that if you guys haven't seen this, I'm going to Google this right now, okay? On your phones, if you're at home right now, you can Google Sweet Angel Childcare, okay? Why I'm saying this is important shit, people watching live. You can Google Sweet Angel Childcare, okay? And when you call this number, it says
you got to get the Minnesota one.
And it says, by the way, sorry, you're right, Minnesota, sorry. When you go to Minnesota, okay, thank you, James.
No problem.
All right, when you call this number, okay, and you get Sweet Angel, Minnesota, it rings to the desk of Tim Walz and his team.
No way.
Yes. I challenge anybody to do it. Anybody sitting at home right now.
Did you do it?
I did it.
And what did it say?
And it talks about, hey, you reach in and it says Tim Walz and has the whole thing about Tim Walz. And I'm telling you this, you can do it after the show, during the show, whatever you want, people in the chat.
Somebody set that up.
No, I'm telling you right now, you can call, you can go there.
No.
You can go there and see. Now, here's why I'm saying this right now. Whether he was an investor of the child care, whether he didn't know that this was a problem, right? In the chat right now, if you're a Trump supporter, put Trump in the chat. If you're not, then put impeach. This is why this is important. Tim Walz, obviously, Minnesota, he had his time. And at first, I'll be honest, he was talking, I'm like, this guy actually might be a good guy. When he first started talking, I'm like, this guy is a kid, he probably got kids in school, whatever, right? And then I started taking a look at it, I'm like, wait a second, some of this stuff's off. The tampon Tim thing and all that is what it is, right? We can't say everything's true about that. But what I'm gonna say is this is a massive issue for a lot of reasons. They are getting money, and I got the stats too. After like 3 years, most of the Somalians, after 3 years, I just spilled my coffee over my desk. I just spilled coffee everywhere. Everybody know that live on the show.
That means good luck.
I got no coffee left in my cup. I got a little sip. I have to get the people out there, get Brenda, get us a cappuccino. I'm just saying, it's all over my desk. Actually, it's just over here.
You got to start learning the show got to go on. You know,
when
you spill it, you got to act like nothing even happened.
Now I want
Hit the
coffee.
button,
No, but it
go
did
to the
happen.
next person.
It did happen, and I'm not happy about it. And it did happen in the chat. Leola, Nathan, Crawford, Tracy, the chat right now. Linda, how you feeling
It
in the
gets
chat?
you off track.
The coffee is all over my damn desk. And you know what? We're going to move on. But here's what I want to say. Tim Walz knows a lot of this stuff. He's out there in Minnesota. These people are getting funding. Vaughn, they're getting millions of dollars in funding. There's no inspections.
Yeah.
There's no inspection. They got to go there, right? And be like, hey, you're getting the funding. If you go right now and you want to refi your home, you just want to pull out 50 grand, you want to build a deck in your house, you want to change some lighting in your house, do a kitchen, they come out, they check how much your house is worth, this and that. They do all these to get a permit in the state of Florida right now. It takes like 6 months to get a permit. It's crazy. They're getting funding for kids for school. And there's no kids in the school.
They're not verifying the services. They're just
so what is that about?
Green lighting the funding.
Somebody's approving that.
Yeah, they're putting like two. Sometimes it's like a minimum of like 2 businesses on one address, but sometimes it's like 14 businesses on one address. One building in
that's a good point.
Paul, there's like 22 businesses in one address, and they're all getting funded.
So what you're saying is right now, what you're saying basically is, hey, they're getting the funding on this shit, and it might not be being checked, right?
No, it's not being verified. They're just,
but that's what I'm saying. When it's done, when you say it's done, but it's not, right?
No.
So let's take a look at this real quick. This is the video I was going to show you. Let's hear this guy real quick. If you're in the vertical format, we appreciate you. Let's take a look at this real fast, people.
Here in Minnesota, massive fraud is taking place within the government and the Somali population. Here, this building alone, Quality Learning Center, is a daycare, yet they spelled learning wrong, and they said leering. This daycare alone in 2025 has received $1.9 million from the government. And the strange things about these child care centers is there's no one here right now. It's midday on a weekday. And if you were to try to go inside, it's completely closed and the windows are all blacked out. No one's working. Midday. Children should be in here. And this place is licensed for 99 children. And this is the outside. There's no windows, no nothing. And like I said, they literally spelled the word wrong on their sign. This is open and blatant fraud taking place here inside of Minnesota. The government is complicit with this, and this is just one of the hundreds of child daycare centers here inside of Minneapolis being ran by the Somali population. It's sad that it's happening here in Minnesota, and it stinks that it's happening, and it's being labeled on the Somali population. However, that's just the facts of what's happening here inside of Minnesota. $1.9 million for this daycare center that can't even spell learning right.
Hold on a second.
Wow,
you saw that, right?
They're well-behaved kids inside.
Like,
They're running a great program in there. They're very well
paying a lot of money.
Why they have the building? Like, you might as well put the kids in there. You have the building. I can understand if you're completely frauding the system and not putting anything, like you're just having the address with your LLC and everything, and you're defrauding it. But you have the building. You might as well just put kids in there.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They listen. They set it up. They set up with the funding to get the kids. Hey, we're gonna get the kids right now. Let's go. We're gonna get the kids. We're gonna come on in here. We're gonna have 40, 50, 60 kids. They give you the funding for you. Got the money instead of taking the money and going buying.
They got so lazy with it. They don't even try.
They're not trying. Like, what are you doing? Just sitting in there?
Where's the bootleg Disney characters on
There's
the wall?
no point in trying.
You gotta have the unlicensed Disney characters.
Do. Inside, when he goes outside, there's like a little Mickey Mouse, little Minnie Mouse in there.
It's crazy. You can just walk there through that beautiful playground.
Well, here's the thing.
Look at that landscape.
There's nothing going on. And that's just one video. I got a bunch of video.
Like, sometimes people like have the kids, but they're not taking the best care of them or something. Like, they don't even have kids in there. That's crazy.
Nah, they're just well disciplined. They don't make noise.
Yeah, but how about this? Take a look at this clip. This shit gets even better. Watch this shit right here.
Middle of a strip mall here inside of this.
Hold on a second. I gotta set this up. I gotta set this up and put the sound up for you. This guy goes in here right now. Here's another spot. If you're watching live in the chat right now, put Minnesota in the house. If you're watching the vertical format, we love and appreciate you. As we're updating this right now, I want you guys to see this clip right here. This is one where I said, come on. They're confronting people. People watching live right now, they're confronting these people, though. Watch what is said here, James, Vaughn. People watching live, tell me what you think about this right now. Take a look.
This facility, which has its license for 74 kids, was paid $1.26 million in tax money. And there are no kids. And all the facilities are the same way, all of them.
Let's see if anyone opens.
Yeah, let's see.
Once again, I try to find a spot for my son Joey, and they would not open the door.
Here we
I
go.
want to put my son Joey in daycare. Cause I need a spot to put my son Joey.
Yes.
Is this your daycare center?
No, what's happening?
I just want to put a child in daycare, but all the daycare centers seem to be closed. No one's opening the doors.
You work here?
I was, yeah. What's happening?
Where are the kids?
Yeah?
It says it's licensed for 74 children. Right here, state of Minnesota. Where are the kids? They got paid $1.26 million in fiscal year 2025. It says they have a capacity for 74 children.
When?
Where are the kids? Right here. State of Minnesota website. You work here and you don't know?
I don't know. I was there before. I don't know what's going on.
Were there any kids when you
Worst
worked here?
representative to send out.
No, this place is
to the
great.
media.
Look at the student to teacher ratio.
But watch this. Listen to
Can I
this.
put my son in a daycare here?
I don't know.
Can I speak to someone?
No, I don't know.
No? Yeah, I would like to see if I can put my son Joey here.
Who's his son, Joey?
My son Joey. Can I check out daycare center?
No.
Do you put your kid here in this daycare?
No.
There is one child in there. Yeah, I'd like to know if this is a legit business.
Me, I'm scared of you too. How come I explain everything?
You're scared of me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of your color.
Because of my color. You said you're scared of me because of my color. Does that make you a racist?
Yeah, no.
But you said you're scared of me because of my color.
I'm not saying you're racist.
You said you're scared of me because of my color. That makes you a racist. So right now, they're all getting mad because he's shown the paperwork of this business being registered as a business. 74 children, no children. We saw one child when the lady opened up the door. But now they're all getting mad.
What was this money spent on? 1.26 million. What was that money spent on? There aren't any kids.
Ask the kids.
Well, then why are you talking to the owner if you're telling me to talk to the owner?
I'm sorry. I'm not understand what you're talking about.
Do you have a child here?
No.
Does anybody? Where are the 74 kids? Did you lose them? Did you lose these kids? Do I need to call someone? Do I need to issue an Amber Alert for missing children?
How did this go on for so long?
You see what I'm talking about? But hold on, watch this last part.
Missing 74 infants and toddlers, preschool.
The proof's right there. There's no children anywhere.
From the state of Minnesota right here.
So now let's talk about that for a second, okay? You got kids right now sitting at home. You know this shit's crazy. People in the chat, hold on. So Mel came in the chat right now and said, look what he said. Look at the message. I can't see it was a guy, girl. Apologize. My eyes are crazy. Just Googled that Sweet Angels. It went to voicemail for Tampon Tim's office. Now, people can sit back and say it was made up, right? People can say, hey, we just created,
I'm out
and
on
it's
Tim's
crazy.
Side, but I think they just did that right now for.
Well, let me just tell you. Let me just tell you. But let me just tell you. That number hasn't changed because you can go on the Minnesota.gov's website and it's on there. So explain that. Minnesota.gov.
But I doubt that number goes to his office directly.
Minnesota.gov has it.
But it's not going to his office directly.
But I'm just saying.
Somebody changed that voicemail.
But Minnesota.gov?
No, somebody changed the voicemail.
Yeah, maybe, but it's still Minnesota.gov. It's Minnesota.gov, which means that phone number from Minnesota.gov is going to Tampon Tim's office. Even if it's not his office, it's a voicemail, right? Let's just say it's not his office, it's a voicemail.
Yeah.
But it's on Minnesota.gov. So it's not like it's just on YouTube or somewhere.
No, I know. When you file a business, your number is going to be on
whatever.gov. He's on there. Whatever that is.
That's like me changing my voicemail to say something about you.
But why would you if your business?
Brandon Mason show.
But why would you do that if it's your business?
No, I'm saying I don't know who did that. But
it's just a little crazy.
I'm not defending Tim. But
Sweet
I'm just
Angels?
saying I don't feel like that's.
Nah, Von's defending Tampon Tim.
I don't feel like that's real.
Who in the chat right now think Von is in the chat right now? Is Von sticking up for Tampon Tim? Yes or no? I think Von is sticking up for Tim right now a little bit. I'm just saying.
Tim Walz is up for re-election next year. I'd be shocked.
Yeah, he's not going to win.
Oh, no way.
He's not. You know what? If he does win, here's the thing. If he does win, James, Democrats are going to lose the election coming up in 2020. This is a really big problem. This whole fraud thing. Now, people are going to say, what? Von, what are they going to say this is for what are they going to say this is going on right now? It's a distraction. This is just a distraction from the Epstein list, right? That's what's going to be said. This is just a distraction. This is a fraud.
I don't think it's going to be said.
You're seeing this shit front and center. I got another clip. People watch us in a vertical format. We love and appreciate you right now. Hold on. Let's take a look at this clip right here. This was an important one. Watch this. If you're watching live in the chat right now, how are you feeling about this? In the chat, are you feeling this is crazy? In the chat, Tampon Tim Walz. Look, this guy's on people. There's a lot of problems right now. They're starting to investigate it big and heavy. Let's look at this real quick.
Here we have two child daycare centers. We have the Minnesota Child Care Center.
Look at this one.
We also have Nuna. Between the two, 2.66 million. Hello. Hi. Yes. We would like to know.
Well, it says we're trying to figure out 102 children. Is that for this facility?
What is the name?
It's from the state of Minnesota website. It says you have 102 children here in your child care.
Which child care names?
Minnesota Child Care right here. It's from the state of Minnesota's website. We're just wondering where the children are.
Where the children are?
Yeah, where are the children? It says you have 102 children here, and you got $2.66 million this year in funding, and $2.5 million last year. We're just wondering where the kids are.
And who are you?
My name is Nick Shirley.
Nick Shirley.
And where are you? Which department?
Oh, we are from ourselves.
Yeah.
Hello, we'd like to ask where the money's going. Look at that.
Supposedly it's called remittance.
Where are the children?
Watch this.
No children inside of this daycare center. And look, at this daycare center right here, no children inside of this daycare center. But between
Somebody
those
explain
buildings,
this. Hold up.
over $2.6 million. We were just curious, where are the children at? Here's another daycare center inside of the same building.
Listen, you see what's going on here, right? I'm going to turn the sound up on this so I can watch live.
Center inside of the same
Yeah.
building.
Look, I'm going to continue that first. Hold on a second. Turn the sound up on this.
Where is all the money going for if there's no children at these daycare centers?
Sir,
Yes.
I told you, please leave.
Yes, we have a question though. Where is the children at these daycare centers if there's millions of dollars?
Ask the local government, yeah.
We have the paper right here. Come here.
Who are you, first of all?
My name's Nick Shirley.
You don't have any permission to record me, period.
Can we talk
You don't
outside?
have permission to record.
She doesn't have permission to record
No,
me.
you cannot stop people on the street and question them.
We can ask.
You don't have any permission.
Where
I'll
are the
sue
children?
you. I'll sue you. You don't have any permission. We have nothing to do with this.
It is
He
private
don't
property.
Then
know
are there
the
children?
First Amendment.
Please leave.
Are there children here?
It's private property, so you can get
Where are the
trespassed.
children?
Hold up.
$2.6 million for a daycare center. We just want to know, where are the children?
Who you work for?
My name's Nick Shirley.
Who you work for?
I work for myself. Nick Shirley.
Okay, what are you recording?
We're wondering, where are the children? $2.66 million for
You're not talking to
the
right
Minnesota
person.
Child Care Center.
You're not talking to the right person.
Are there children that come here?
This is going to keep getting repetitive, though. That's all he's going to say.
Answer the question. Are there children? There's no children inside this
I don't
building.
know who you're talking to. Leave.
That's just a simple question. Where are the children at?
And right now in Polymarket, there's only a 4% chance that Tim Walz is charged by March 31st. It's time to hold our politicians accountable, especially when there's blatant fraud.
So let's talk about that for a second. Obviously, someone shows up. Now, I don't know if that guy's responsible, but that guy's doing some kind of work or he's watching the building doing something, whether it's security, janitor, whatever he's doing. That's a second or third person. We saw someone trying to protect that and cover it up. I give credit to this young guy, Nick Shirley, walking around being like, yo, what the hell are you doing out here? What are these schools? The question is, why did he start looking into this? Right? Like people talk about this, like this is going on. What made this young kid get out there and start going to these schools? If you're me and I got kids in school, preschool, I got a freaking 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 1-year-old. I know what the schools are like. I need to see what's going on. This young guy is out there looking into it. I give him a lot of credit because he's finding out ways, and this is what's going to happen now. Everything was, where's Trump doing the right thing? Is the Epstein list? What's not right? It's not blacked out. The economy, this and that. What's going on? This is bad. This is good and that. And all of a sudden, one little break in the system, James. And now what's going on? Democrats feel a little pressure right now. They have to.
I don't think it's as much as a partisan issue. I mean, it is in a state that is controlled by a Democratic governor. This does look terrible for a Democratic state, but I think it's just fraud, and we should be looking into all fraud anyway. And I know it was a mix of federal and state money, so I guess Doge missed out on this. I know there was a big thing from Feeding the Futures scandal, and just in the video they keep asking about where did the money go. So if it's called remittance when people from another country send money back home, and almost $2 billion went back in, I think, 2024. And the GDP of Somalia is $12 million. So about 17% of their GDP is money from the U.S. going back.
So
Isn't that crazy?
Well, but here's the thing. Somalia, and Vaughn said this earlier, different cultures, they do different things. But let me say something. Somalia, this is my biggest problem. I wrote a note here. And I think it was, and I said this, after 2 or 3 years, 60% of the Somalia people are on food stamps, grocery, extra kind of funding for extra kind of things. 60% of them that come here. Now, I'm not knocking anybody doing what they do and have struggles and hard times. We all go through good and bad days. Do you feel the hard-earned tax money that we pay for all these years, James, 40 years old, right? 41, right? To be exact, right? Yeah. All these years of your hard work. Do you feel that this whole thing, they are not only abusing the system, and it's all these Somalian schools listed up, and these kids, there's no kids in there. They're finding ways to beat the system, get money from taxes, from the government, millions of dollars. The fraud is out there in the state of Minnesota, where Tim Walz is out there. Phone numbers now, I told you, the Sweet Angel Child Care of Minnesota, the voicemails going to his office, whatever. It could be a recording, could be a hoax, whatever. Everything is starting to trickle back to things that are asking big questions. And that's why I'm asking you, and this whole school situation, do you think that this is going to have a negative impact on the Democrats, like moving forward now? Because at the end of the day, like you said, fraud is fraud, right? Like fraud is fraud.
Yeah,
but now it's like, whoa, what's going on with Democrats right now? I think that this is a wake-up call, not only just Democrats, Republicans too. What is actually going on, and people are exposing this. So this kid is like, comes out of nowhere.
I think people are losing track of what we really want to. We want to, like James said, we want to get rid of fraud in general. We want it to be like rectified, but now it's just tit for tat for Democrats and Republicans to be like, well, they're doing this. Well, they're doing this. They're doing this. It's not even about the fraud anymore. It's just about
becoming Democrats.
Who's doing what?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Getting points on the board. That's all it's about.
But hold up now. So let's say that's true. Let's take a look and let's see. I haven't even looked at it, to be honest. Because we talked about it. I haven't pulled up on here CNN to see if they're going crazy on this whole situation. I have not pulled it up. I just pulled up CNN's website. Now, every single website, people watching live with me right now, every website that you go to, newscast, they're talking about this kid, Nick Shirley, exposing the Somalia schools and Tim Walz and all that shit. Now, let's take a look at the website here. What do we got, people? Trump doubles down on foreign policy. We got Trump says U.S. knocked out big. We got this happening. We got Lula, and we got China announces war. We got why Trump, it says, terrific meeting with Zelensky was also pretty good for Putin, right? Where is the conversation on the whole site, which you got the whole thing, British boxer Anthony Joshua injured in a crash, right? Where is everything? Nothing on the entire CNN's website.
Search for it.
Well, I just did. I'm on CNN's website.
Go to the search tool.
We can go to the search tool and type of what? Nick Shirley?
Or
Minnesota fraud?
Somalian, yeah.
Minnesota fraud? Minnesota fraud? Nothing. Listen, people watching live right now, that is why I do not like CNN. It is not about CNN being liberal. It is not about CNN being democratic. It's about calling a spade, and it's a story. They do shit to get views and clicks. This is the biggest thing talked about right now. I put on Patrick Day with 128,000 people watching the show. Anywhere you go, this is the biggest conversation not being talked about. That's why I don't like CNN. I just want to expose that to people in the chat right now and people that are on my panel. This is why I don't like them. If you go on Fox right now, they're going to talk about it, right?
Yeah, but
if you go on
Fox
anywhere,
but Fox isn't talking about unusual machines based out of Florida and the money that went in there, you know?
Yeah, but they're not. No, I'm not saying that they don't lean the other way.
Yeah,
what I'm saying is the story isn't even available.
I agree. They should. They should
Zero.
be on here. This is huge for America.
That's a
What's
problem.
going on here? I mean, yeah, just.
I mean, I can go to other networks. CNN's the biggest one. Did I just lose my screen just went off? There we go. Let me pull this up right now, James. So I went on here right now. Let's go here. Let's go to, it says pop-ups. I'm on this channel. I'm on NBC, right? I don't see anything on NBC, James. Nothing. I'm on the damn screen. I can share it with you guys. Nothing's there. My point is this. I can't stand the fact that there's no accountability. When someone wants to talk bad about Trump on a daily basis, that's what I'm talking about. If they get up there and they expose Trump for what he does and go, hey, this and that, and then, hey, by the way, Joe Biden, his health is declining, not doing that good. And then they did this, and they give it up and down of everybody, and they lean one way, no problem. But this is very bad for Democrats. And I'm not knocking them. They should do that, because if they want to win the election, why are they going to expose this? This is bad. But the point is, I don't like one-sided people. I like people that say, this is bad for them, this is bad for them, or this is really good. That was a good speech. This is good. Every single thing is Trump can't get that war stopped. They can do that. And nothing is about this. And I think that's a problem. And this is a lot of money. We're talking about exposing from school fraud, Somali owned, right? Yeah. Things not from our country. So they come here, they get these schools opened up, and they find a loophole, and they come over, they do that. All those schools were Somali owned. There's like 50 of them. So they find a loophole where they can get funding. They come over. Hey, I'm from Somalia, or you can say you're a foreigner. You're what is it called?
Refugee?
No, refugee. Yeah. Not. But what I'm saying is this: if you're black or you're Spanish or minority, minority-owned business, I'll give you that. Started up. They found a loophole with this, and they found a way to get out there and get money from our government, millions of dollars. Not like, hey, here's $100,000 for a gas station. No, millions of dollars to do schools, and nobody's in. And that should be talked about. That's our money, not just Democrats. That's money that's being taken from we're paying the taxes. So again, I think that's a massive problem. What I want to pull up on the bottom here.
We already know who's going to be talking about what. Like, when
but
certain things
nothing.
happen, who's going to talk about it and who's not.
But you're not going to talk about nothing?
But you already know that.
But that's what I'm explaining. That's why I don't like them.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been on I'll be honest with you. I've been on Fox's website. When I think Trump does something good or bad, I look at it. It doesn't shoot Trump down. But there are things that it puts on there. It'll be like, well, it'll ask you a question. Do you think this was a good thing? Like, it puts it up there. It doesn't go, Trump's a bad person. But it'll do certain things. Be like, hey, we'll put it out there, but no, go. I get it, right? You want to win. But CNN, not one story. This is the biggest thing all over the world right now. Outside of wars, I'm not saying dead, killing people is not. I'm saying this is a big story. CNN's not covering it. CNBC's not covering it. No one's talking about it.
You know, the beauty of today's day and age, it's YouTube. Everybody watches YouTube. So there's a lot of independent networks. There's a lot of independent people that go on there and talk about everything.
Yeah.
So if you want to get a certain source of news, people are going to go to CNN or whatever. But if you want the real unbiased, you're going to go to networks like maybe us, or you're going to go to...
But this is a real story that this is money. This isn't just the kid. This is government money giving out funding.
But we know they're not going to talk about it.
Well, why not? It's government money.
You said why.
Well, I'm on the same
page. They should talk about it.
Hey, people in the chat, are you with me? You agree with me? Yes or no? In the chat, are you Republican or Democrat? Everybody watching live right now. For Republican or Democrat, and I want you to tell me, big time in the building, how you feeling. Welcome back to the show, big time. Where the hell you been hiding at? People in the chat right now. And I have it at the bottom of the screen right now. I had to show this to people that just joined us right now. The Sweet Angels Childcare. Why I had this, I didn't pull it up before. Sweet Angel Childcare of Minnesota. Google that on the bottom of the screen right there. Call that number. It's giving to Tim Walz. Now, whether it's a made-up fairy tale shit or not, I'm just saying shit's getting very, very interesting. Now,
yeah, the right wing loves this because it's against some immigrants here. You have fraud with a Democratic state.
Immigrants, you nailed it.
And I don't know if anyone saw it, but do you know who represents Minneapolis in the House of Reps?
Yeah, let us know.
Someone that they don't like.
Who's that?
Mrs. Omar.
There you go.
Ilhan Omar. That's her district.
Well, so that keeps on going. Yeah. James, we appreciate the facts.
No problem.
The facts are coming in.
The one Trump said was bitching, right?
Yeah.
Well, so here's the
that's
thing.
Why they love it. It's a great right, but I don't even think this should be a partisan issue. It should just be like this terrible fraud going on.
That's what I'm saying. They're not okay. That's my point. They're not even okay. Forget the Democrat side of it. They're not even talking about the fraud though. And that's Democratic networks, because that is going to hurt the Democratic election and campaign right now. They thought they had a steamroll going on. Hey, you're not stopping the wars like you said. Hey, the Epstein list is all blacked out, which, by the way, I don't like that the Epstein list came out blacked out. I love what Trump does. I hate that it was blacked out. Whether that was Trump's fault or not, I don't know. But if it was his fault or he had the ability to fix that, I think that's ridiculous. But now, let's call a spade a spade. This is fraud. This isn't good. It's being exposed. They're showing there's no kids in there. There's no kids. The door's not even open.
That's the craziest part, Brandon. It's like they didn't even do the Home Alone shit inside and move the strings and have little kids move around. Like, this is...
Because there was no reason to do that.
It's so blatant. And the story goes even deeper if you look into...
put their kids in there.
Yeah, like if you look into...
They might have their kids in there.
They have like the trifecta of like fraud going on there, where they also have these restaurants linked to a grocery store, and the grocery store receives the money too. They give the food to this restaurant, so that's why they sell it, and the restaurant isn't paying for it. And then you have the daycare on the other side of this building. So it's like 3 units in one building. But
so the moral question that I have is this. If somebody on YouTube's like, this is fraud, I'm not saying CNN should be like, oh my God, yeah, let's attack them. They got to do their research, right? You can't just be on there all day. But there is a way to cover a story. Like, this guy's doing this. He's exposing this. He's knocking on the doors. He's recording him knocking on the door. Hey, I want to put my kid in here. And they're like, what? The kid's in here?
Isn't that like every business?
They're not even trying to help them, though.
Every time you walk into a store, they tell you, go away. That's how you do business.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No.
If they call us right now, hey, Brandon May, should watch. Hey, tune in right now, 12 o'clock.
No.
Or hey, you want an attorney? Call James. Injury law?
No.
Boom.
No new cases here.
We're not taking anything. And that's what I'm saying. That is the part that is very concerning, because the fraud that we are paying for, that's our money, by the way. Vaughn, James, me, that's our money. Paying for a Somalia school.
If it's federal money, yeah.
Hey, that's your money. You're now paying for a Somalia school.
No, that's
give me that money back.
The state money.
So state money.
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
we're paying for whatever fraud's going on in Florida.
Who says Somalis don't got a damn school here? We don't know yet.
They might, but we're
paying for it.
There's more. There's fraud like this everywhere. There's this like healthcare fraud.
Yeah, I
industrial
agree.
Fraud
I think
everywhere.
it should all be exposed.
Yeah.
And on top of that,
This is just like very concentrated in one
Minnesota.
area, and they're not even hiding it. They're getting real.
So what does that say about Tim Walz?
Yeah,
you don't
he's
think
not-
he knows what's going on out there?
Yeah, he needs to freeze the
Come on now.
funds.
Freeze.
Yeah,
His ass needs to get in trouble.
freeze
All
the
these
payments
people
and verify services or
in the chat. In the chat right now, if you're watching live. Should we let Tim Walz go or should we arrest Tim Walz? In the chat, put prison or put no. In the chat, everybody watching right now, prison or put no. This guy is, listen, everything that gets approved has to go through the state. And I'm not saying that Tim Walz is like, yeah, Tim Walz everything. I'm just saying that if he knows this money has been given there and this is happening, his shit's in hot water. No?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so we understand that. The people of
That means
Minnesota, though.
he's turning a blind eye, willful blindness. Like,
but all in Minnesota,
yeah.
This is big time Minnesota. This kid just lives there. Can you imagine all the schools that this has happened to? I'm not even just saying Democrats. Can you imagine there could be a Republican-owned school right here?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's just Democrats, but what I'm saying is the exposure of this is Tim Walz. Oh, well, okay, what's going on here? And things are starting to come up now. So what happens is all of Minnesota now. Who's running Minnesota? That's a Democratic state. Yes.
They're the smartest group in the bunch, or did they had to learn this from somebody? So this is going on other places too.
And this is Tim Walz's state though. He was the big show. He wanted to be the big show. Good for him. Everybody wants to be the big show. I'm not saying he shouldn't, but he wanted to be the big show. Now you're exposed to the big show. People welcome to the chat. And if you're in the horizontal vertical, we appreciate you. Join the live. We got more people coming in here right now. A green substance in the building. How you feeling? If you're new to the chat for the first time, we appreciate you. Vertical and horizontal people as our show keeps on expanding. Look, I'm not excited about how the government is handling this. And again, I'm not, and I'm going to show one little clip here. I'm going to pull it up on the screen. But when I pull up this kid, that's what I'm going to pull up here. This kid here, Nick Shirley. This kid is I didn't pull up his age, but let's just Google him regular here and if we get an update. He's a YouTuber. It says YouTuber Nick Shirley gets FBI response.
Yes, pull that up. You should pull up.
So here we go.
FBI. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. He's sitting right here. Is that Charlie Kirk? This man looks like Charlie Kirk too. Look, these people, very smart for this kid to figure this out. By the way, he exploded on all social media. He went from like a show that was pretty good, a little YouTube thing, and some uploads to social media, to millions of followers now. And he's doing something not for a bad cause out there, flipping and hurting himself and causing like this jackass thing or dumb shit. He's doing what people should do. YouTuber Nick Shirley gets FBI response to Minnesota fraud probe. Now,
shout out to all the first timers in here. We got a couple.
And here's the thing. Yeah, shout out to you guys. All love to you. It says here, Nick Shirley, a MAGA-friendly YouTuber, lit up Christmas. Now, I can tell you right now, if this was a Democrat right now, he wouldn't have did this, right? Because why would he do that? He's hurting his own people. This kid is making a name for himself. Now he's going to be speaking. He's going to do speaking. He's 23 years old. He doesn't have any kid. I want to know this, people in the chat. Why do you think this man is out there? Literally, why is he out there looking at these schools? I'm asking, like, because at my age, at 23, I was playing ball or whatever. I wouldn't be out there looking at schools like, hey, what's going on here? Something might have happened, or he got a tip on something, or he's got a big YouTube channel, right? Let's call a spade a spade. He's got a big YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Someone could have said, hey, Nick, listen, you want to be the big wig? I'm not saying this is true, but because you want to be a big wig? Walk over to there and record. Go knock on that door and try to put your kid in that school and watch the response you got and record it. You're good at what you do. I'm telling you what's going on. You're a big MAGA supporter. You know what's going on. Go knock on that door. And guess what? Overnight, this guy is a Republican sensation because he's exposing Democrats. And I don't know, I'll tell you this. If they got all this money, and that was a question, James, you started answering it too. Where's the money going?
Remittance to Somalia. Like I said, it's about 17% of their GDP is just money from U.S. people that sent money back over. And then you could look up to see how it increased from pre-COVID to post-COVID a little bit. And then there was that big fraud that happened there. It was like feeding the futures, a lot of like that money, similar to the pit money. But like it goes both ways. That's why I just hate saying it's like Democratic.
What you're saying is you just want everything exposed for what it is.
Yeah.
I give you that.
You know?
I agree with you. But look, I stood right here on the live stream, and as this grows and gets bigger, I always tell the truth. I love what Trump does. But I call a spade a spade. I don't like that. I like that. I like this. I don't like that. I explain it. Democrats got to do a better job of explaining both sides. And they got to say, I like that, I don't like that. Not just, this is a bad person. Oh, I see that, but let's talk about Trump's a bad person. That's not, the Jimmy Kimmel's not going to be like, oh, by the way, Democrats, this is bad for Democrats. They're not going to do that. They're going to be like, I didn't see that.
That's
Trump's an asshole.
People
but that's not fair.
To even be watching this type of stuff because these are both just one-sided.
Yeah. Okay. Watch the
right wing, left wing. Yeah. Watch stuff like Vice News and stuff. They go out and send people out into the world, and they show investigative stuff. Like they'll go random places and really do their research.
Are you saying we should do a field trip? Let's go to Minnesota, boys.
Yeah, I like stuff like that.
Let's go.
Oh boy,
I would do it. But
knock on some doors.
And
show up.
Just watching these news anchors that we know what they're going to talk about.
But that's what I'm saying. But I'm not, let them do their thing and we do our thing. But I'm not talking about necessarily them in general. It's the people that believe in those people. Like when they go, oh, I saw on CNN. Okay, great.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When you get into argument, I'm not talking about I'm arguing with CNN. I get into a disagreement with a guy at a Waffle House or a Target or a Best Buy, whatever. And like, well, because Trump did that. Okay, that's great. But have you ever looked at anything else outside of that?
Yeah.
And that's what I don't
true.
like.
That's true.
Be a well-rounded person. It's like, look, if you play sports and you're great at football and not good at basketball, I can accept that. You're good at one sport. But let's not hate on everything and only love what you're good at and hate on everything else. That's what's, come on. You got to you don't like the NBA, you don't like WNBA, you might cheer for this and that, but the point is, you got to understand what you're talking about, and I think the Democrats are blinded by CNN. That's all I'm saying.
Has no inspector from the state of Minnesota gone out to inspect these places to see what, just to show up?
That's what I mean.
That's so crazy that
I mean the child care system is it's a multi. I mean the amount of money that these child care places make is already crazy, and rightfully so. They're taking care of your kids, and if they do this, they do that. They got insurance, and I'm sure it's a lot of shit.
And they're probably exempt on a lot of taxes.
Yeah, but then to not have any kids in there at all, or you're not gonna do it. I'll put my kid in school.
That part is crazy.
Listen, if they would
not even trying to
nothing.
Nothing.
If they would have answered the door like, hey, you want to put your kid in school? And they go, hey, yeah, no problem. Come put your kid in school. Yeah, you want to sign papers? At least, even if they don't accept you, they're open for business.
Yeah.
We got the funding for it. We have the school. Yeah. We might not accept you. We're a private school. Fair enough. But to be like, what do you mean kids? I don't even talking about kids. Even if they interview kids. I'm talking about. There's nobody in there. So if there's nobody in there, you get money from school. It's fraud. It's bad. It's horrible.
What are you doing in that building?
Yeah. A lot of bullshit.
That's another thing. What's going on in that building?
Yeah. What's going on in there?
Why you have that building? You're not doing anything.
In the chat right now. Who's in the building right now? If you're watching live in the chat, you're a Trump supporter, put Trump in the chat right now. And if you're not a Trump supporter in the chat, put no. How are you feeling today, people in the building? Big time. Thank you for the comment. We love and appreciate you. I want to move on to the next piece because obviously we said a lot about that and Minnesota fraud exposing Tim Walz. This is happening. I want to talk about something real quick. Airports now can request your DNA as you're going through a TSA. You guys know that right now? There's new shit happening right now. People that are in the vertical, we love and appreciate. Smack that damn like. Hold on, if you're watching live right now, smack that like button right now. I got something for you guys in the chat right now. Smack that like button right now. I want to say something real quick. Airports could request your DNA. Did you know this, Vaughn? That you go through TSA now? Hey, we don't believe you're such and such. So we want your DNA sample right now. Let's go. Back room. A little weird. What do you think about that? You got any of your DNA?
Nah.
Not flying?
I don't really.
Staying home?
Yeah, I don't really do all that stuff. Even with the vaccines and all that stuff, I didn't want to go do that because I don't like them drawing my blood. I don't like all of that type of stuff going on.
In the building right now. I
wouldn't do it.
Look, I voted for Trump, right? He's in building. Things happen like this. This kind of thing happens. I'm calling Trump. Yeah, what's going on right now? What was this? Right? But here's why. This is not about Americans. This is about foreign people. That's what this is. Hey, you're flying? Where are you from? We're gonna find out right now. Oh, not flying anymore. Hey, where you from? Not from here. Well, it ain't flying in here no more. Your ass going back where you came from. You might be flying, but you're getting that one-way ticket back where the hell you came from is what's about to start happening. And that's what this is. And that's what we're going to talk about the ice in a minute. The ice raid. By the way, I didn't talk to all these people. I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas. I didn't say that this morning coming in the building. Hope you guys had a great holiday so far. Great Christmas. I mean, it's big, right? It's people in chat. We didn't even see them during Christmas. Hope everybody had a Merry Christmas coming into the building right now. But to get you in the chat right now, should they be able to request your DNA? Yes or no in the chat. Should they be able to request your DNA? James, how you feel about that?
I did 23andMe a couple years ago, so my DNA evidence, whatever
You good?
is out there for the whole world, and
You
some
good?
data breach. So yeah, I'll just submit to it now. I already did that thing.
How did they get your DNA? Blood work?
No, you swabbed your mouth and then you send it into
Oh,
them.
they're swabbing now?
But then this was a long time ago when it first became a thing. I was like,
Oh,
let me look into this, and there was no need to. I know my whole family's from Italy. I knew where it was going to be, but then they had the big data breach. So
you're not worried about it?
Do you think they accurately traced it back? Like, did you see?
Yeah, but like it's not complicated.
Did they show you your timeline?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is all basically Italian.
Do you believe in the 23andMe thing? I don't know. I
don't know.
Brittany got it for me. I did it. I had people from all over
So
the
they
world.
got your info too. You just give your info out now.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that though. I'm a legal person. I'm not worried about that.
So you did it? Did the timeline make sense? Like the family tree?
I mean, it didn't make sense to me because what? What do you mean?
What
Hi, by the way, you got people from here. You got family located here. Oh, okay. What do I say? Oh, by the way, did you know you guys were born over here? I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me. You know what I'm saying? They told me Amsterdam, a bunch of stuff. Family was over here in France. Ooh. Like they're from everywhere. We know they're from everywhere. Everybody's from America. You go back 150 years ago, everybody came from somewhere else, right? That's why I think Democrats stand on that going, hey, you come from somewhere else. We don't want you to come take our people out. But I'm just saying in the chat, airports could request your DNA. You coming through the tunnel? Hey, you going to plane? Yep, not you. Why not? DNA, please. Shit. If you don't, here's the thing. If you say no, do they arrest you or can you just leave? That's the thing. Hey, no. Okay, not going. Fine. But you don't want to get the swab.
They should probably just tell them they can't fly.
Don't want to get the swab.
Yeah.
But now they know who you are. Now they're watching you now, boy. Don't want to do that swab. Well, we're checking you out next couple weeks. Where are you going? Where you live? Who are you live with? Where you getting your money from? Where you work at? What landscape company you on? That's what's going to start happening. And this is a way, listen, hate or love it. Trump is pretty damn smart with this shit. I don't like it, but I don't like the swab thing. Coming in and swab your mouth for the thing. I'm not going to have a problem with that. But a lot of people are going to have a problem with that. They say, you want to take a swab? Oh, whatever, bro. I'm not trying to put something in my mouth, though. That's the next conspiracy, right? What did they put in your mouth? People getting sick. What was that? They gave you COVID. Oh, that shit's going to start happening next. So that's the other thing. What Democrats going to do? We're here for our rights. You can't do that to us. Republicans like, get the people out, deport.
Slowly losing your rights.
It's going to be quicker
I'm not
than
going to
just a
say,
walk.
listen, I'll agree with that. That's tough. That's a tough one. I'm not a fan of it. But
especially when it pops out of nowhere. Like you used to just
Get
going
swabbed.
on planes and stuff like that. And now all of a sudden, hey, I need you to swab this. What?
in the chat right now, are you getting swabbed? Yes or no? In the chat, they say, hey, look, Tracy, Big Bill. In the chat right now, Lala, I'm asking you, Leola Crafted, big time. In the chat right now, everybody that's watching live, MVP, Tracy, if they want to swab, yeah, hey, you want to fly in New York this weekend? Yeah. See you in the back. No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, right in the car.
Not doing that. Yeah, I mean, you might to get the car rental, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
at the airport.
Yeah.
They might be like, you want to get the car rental at the airport? See you in the back. Nope, walking now. Biking. You know what I'm saying? But I agree with you. Like, some shit is like your own rights, kind of weird.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't like that.
Weird.
Let's move on to this piece of the pie right now, people. ICE raids ramp up in New York City. And James?
Yep.
From New York?
I am.
How you feel about them raiding New York City, getting those people out? What do you think?
I think that there's just better ways to do everything. I think that whatever, this is what the government wants to do. This is what people voted for. That's fine. But I think that everyone, people have rights. Even if you're an illegal here, you are entitled to certain rights. And there should be there's better ways to go about it. But I mean, that's what they're doing. It's kind of interesting because they said that I believe the New York City officers were not going to be participating with
What do you mean?
ICE. Weren't they not?
Well, that's to do with Ma'am Donnie. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
Here's the part. I'm not saying anybody should be disrespected in the ICE raids. And Von and I had this conversation a few months ago, and he was like, how you pull up and be like, hey, we're ICE, we're going to talk with you a little bit. They can't do it like that. They got to tackle them and shit, right? Like,
My thing is, though, a lot of them probably don't want to do it because their family are immigrants. So it's just like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. But the question is, though, we're talking about this. When you're walking through the subways, when you're walking down Fifth Avenue, when you're doing certain things, we got to understand what's happening.
It's been like that, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everybody's an immigrant.
But that doesn't.
In New York City.
But here's the thing. Just because here's what I want to make clear. I don't want anybody to be deported. They're good people. What's that, right? But the reality is this. It is still the law. The law is if you're illegal, you have to be, you can't stay here. Now, should you be forcibly tackled on the ground, kicked in the face, and handcuffed, and then put in the blast and media and that? No. But they're not going to be just walking up and be like, I'll go. Right. That's why we had this conversation. Remember, they were offering like 50 grand or whatever it was. Remember?
Yeah,
like, we give you $50,000 to join. A lot of people want to join at that point.
Yeah.
Until they say, who's going to tackle? That guy.
Yeah.
Shit. That guy looks like he might be able to do something. So it changes the game because now they're paying you all this money to go out there and deport these people. But the reality is, in your heart, you don't want to see anybody's family get broken. You don't want to see a 12-year-old girl or a 16-year-old boy or whatever in high school and their parents getting deported. They're in school and that. It breaks up the family. It's bad. The problem is, though, you have to start somewhere.
Yeah, but
and you can't be like, oh, I'm just gonna get the people that have a felony. Like, that's a start. But
yeah, that's
it though.
But that makes sense.
But they're doing that anyway.
Gang members or people.
Yeah, but they
with
were doing that
felonies,
anyway.
Yeah, we'll chase them down all day. But then when we're running in and grabbing people's grandmothers and little kids, it's like, come on.
Yeah, but they were doing. That's the thing. But that doesn't change anything. The people that have big time felonies and they're hurting people and injuring people, they get arrested. Democrats let them out. This is reality. By the way,
Yeah,
I took
don't
a video.
agree with that.
I took a video.
They should be deported.
But I took a video of a guy the other day that got out. It was an illegal person. They let him out of prison. Republicans trying to get him. Within 24 hours, he killed 2 more people. Now, it doesn't have to be illegal. It could have been anybody that did that. But it was an illegal immigrant. So what does it do for Republican power? That's why we do this shit. Democrats will be like, damn, right? Now, if you're a Democrat and that illegal person got out of prison and killed one of your family members, you're starting to feel a little different. It could have been anybody, though. But those people that come here, they got nothing to lose at that point. They come from their country where they might be hated there. They come over here. They have a new life, and people don't want them here. They don't get out of here. They have no reason. Like, a lot of them are like, I just want to, like, their life sucks. A lot of them. And they just want to get the hell out. They don't care. And I see that happen. People going crazy. Minnesota right now.
Yo, everybody, like, mostly, like, 85 to like 90% of people I know right now are, they're not necessarily illegal, but they're immigrants.
Or you're getting a phone call later.
No, I'm just saying, probably most people.
He's getting a phone call.
You guys know.
He's transporting illegals over here. What's going on?
Living in Miami.
Yeah.
Most people you know are not even from here.
That's a good point. So that's why I don't think it's like a Democratic or Republican issue. It's more of an enforcement issue. We have tons of farms and everything down here, and we don't see, ICE doing what they're doing to the level that they're doing in some other cities and states. And because they still need people to work, And a lot of it, I believe, is just performative,
In the chat right now, love ICE or hate it? In the chat right now, ICE, baby, or no? Let me know in the chat right now if you want ICE to come there and get those people out or not. And you know what it is, James? It's not like if we saw them pull up on someone and be like, look, you're not from here. You're illegal. It was recorded. We don't want to take you out of here, but this is the law. You got to go. It's sad. People are going to look at that and go, all right, we're not seeing that though, right? We're seeing craziness. We're seeing people out there protesting. We're seeing people throwing rocks at police cars. We're seeing people shooting at people. We're seeing people get tackled. We're seeing construction sites. You got 5 or 6 people on the roof. No point intended. 5 guys named Juan on the roof, sitting up there, doing that roof, doing a good job up there. A lot of people didn't want to go up there. 5 stories in there, whatever, fixing the roof, right?
No relief from the sun. Nobody wants to do that job.
Just doing the job, doing a good job too, knocking it out.
It's 102
and
degrees outside.
Whoa! I'm using Juan, by the way, because it's just a Spanish name, not trying to hate on Spanish people. All love Spanish people. Love all of them, some beautiful people out there. But what I'm saying is when you have a Spanish guy on the roof sitting there working on something, like, look at this guy up here. And they pull up and they go, hey, excuse me, sir. We got to take you into custody, whatever. You're like, I understand what's going on here. When they're jumping off the roof, I got visa, and they're chasing them down, and they're tackling them. You see big ass guys tackle. A lot of MAGA supporters out there. It looks a little crazy. People say that, but it's not just MAGA supporters. It's everybody. But people, you see them in your mind. You see a MAGA supporter out there, boom, taking down Juan. Yeah. You feel a little different about that because the Democrats are like, this guy's an asshole, MAGA supporter.
Because you're going to a work site. It's like these people are working.
But it don't matter where they're at.
Let them work.
Yeah,
go
but
somewhere
where
somewhere where people are hanging out and got tattoos on their face or not even that, just something sitting in front of a liquor store or something.
So what you're saying is if you're working, you're good.
Workplace and chase them
because
when you know they're going to be there, they're working
because those people are illegal and don't matter working. Wherever they're at, they got to go. If they find them at the house, on the couch, snowboarding, hanging out, sipping champagne on the roof, in an elevator, these people, you can't be like, you know what? This guy's illegal, but he's working. We'll give him tomorrow at 5:30. Don't work like that. Don't go, oh, this is a criminal right here. We've been looking for this guy for like 2 years. He's working. We'll just give him tomorrow. Don't go like that.
If they're known criminals, then yeah.
But I'm saying they're looking for somebody. You can't be like, hey.
They just know, oh, these people that work on the roof are going to be illegal.
So what you're saying is they're pulling up. What you're saying is just pulling up on job sites looking for people.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to get anybody over
Yeah,
here.
because that's the easiest targets. You know they're going to be there.
Hey, it's like this. When you're out there, rush hour traffic, trying to get to work, they got the guys out there with the speed guns trying to get you like, hey, boom, you're going 45 and a 40. Like, they're out there trying to get you to, not anybody in particular, but they're just going to get people doing stuff, breaking the law, right?
Yeah.
Same shit. We don't like it. But why are you speeding? That's the whole thing. Like, the cop pulls you over. Brandon, you're going 65 and a 45. I was late to work. Yeah, well, you're going to go to court. Like, or you're going to pay this ticket.
But during
and
that
that's
time,
my own fault.
like on like a 4th of July, if they're setting up the little speed traps and stuff, that's because they're trying to keep people safe.
Yeah.
People drinking and driving.
Yeah.
But like going to a construction site, like, yo, these people are actually doing us a favor.
Yeah.
They're helping us out. They're making this city beautiful, building all of this stuff.
Yeah, in the chat, deport or let them stay. Let's see it right now in the chat, baby. Deport or let them stay. Mel, we appreciate you. By the way, there's a lot of stuff happening. We do sports entertainment on the platform. Get ready. We're live in vertical form. We're live in horizontal. People watching live, get ready for the updates that we got coming live guests right after the new year. There's a lot happening. We have a lot of things that are going to be uploading. Cap in the building. Cap is in the chat, baby. What's going on? He said, bro, where's the kids? Where is the judge? If you just joined us right now, coming in the building, we started our show off here, and we're going to end the show with that. Minnesota fraud exposed. It's right there on the screen for you, Cap, to see what's going on. Man, a lot of people came here for that today, and I would kind of move forward with a piece of it, but I spilled coffee on my lap too. It wasn't really cool. But the Minnesota fraud exposed, again, if you just joined us right now, Tim Walz, I will end the show saying this. A lot of people that had a lot of belief in the Democratic movement, what was churning, Republicans say wasn't doing shit. Democrats will say, we're building up. I will say, as a Trump supporter, I feel the Democrats were building up a little bit more. I feel like the momentum, I don't like Mamdani. Not a fan of him coming to New York City and trying to be like, we're in New York City, we're going to have all this and that and that. And he's like, I'd rather have someone who's, I hate to say this, but someone who I believe is really about New York and maybe even from New York, and not, because it just feels different. Not saying anything against him, just saying. I would feel like that. Someone from Philly, born in Philly, born and raised in Philly, out there supporting Philly, build Philly. I kind of like that more. If this guy, Mamdani, shows up in Philly, goes, we're going to fix Philly, I don't think he even knows about Philly. That's my point. But this guy got up there on a big stage and is hating on Trump, doesn't like Trump, whatever. Same kind of thing as Jimmy Kimmel. I don't like that kind of look. And then trying to get his culture big in the street, and they're going, yeah, we're not doing that. Like, I'm not a fan of that. Muslims now are safe and this and Muslim that. I'm not a fan of that. But in this situation right now, I feel that even though that was happening, Democrats were building some support. And Newsom, a little quiet now. Mamdani, bigger. By the way, Kamala Harris now, she's hot on the trial and scene now for some reason. She's really in the mix now a lot too. But Tim Walz, this was a bad thing because this was the vice president for Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
If she won. That's a big problem now because Kamala Harris just got her win. Her sales is a little slow right now because that was her guy. So if you were going to vote for Kamala Harris and you were on the fence before, this was your guy. If you're out in Minnesota right now, you're seeing what's going on, you didn't know about this, this is your guy. I think this is a big problem for Tim Walz, big problem for Democrats, and big problem for Minnesota. So I just think that it took a little wind out of the sails, Democrats today. What do you think about that, V?
Yeah.
Definitely did, right?
I like the balance, like in general in the world that, in America, like if we have different kinds of people, because if we only had like the left wing, like they're, to tell the truth, they lean a little bit on the weird side to me.
A little bit.
Like and then the Proud Boys, super right wing MAGA.
Too much.
It gets a little like
it feels racist.
Getting to the racist point. So it's like, I don't know. I think we need immigrants. We need everything. We need this to be a melting pot.
In the chat, they need a black and white guy for president. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
I'm honest.
We need
I'm not saying me. I'm not saying me. I'm saying black and white because I feel a black and white president. I'm telling you right now, a black and white president that's got an even keel, who understands good, bad, is not looking at Republican Democrats like, yo, we want to get some people out here. Let's do this right. Go to sports events. A normal person grows up, maybe didn't grow up rich, just understands life.
Yeah, we need somebody that's in the working class that understands, that's going to have some compassion.
Yeah.
All that type of stuff.
B. Mace might be on the post. I don't know.
There's people that never worked a day in their life, never struggled, nothing. They don't understand. They just look at, they're basically AI. They just look at the book.
I might got to jump on the polls, V.
I don't know, because you're too
leaning. I'm leaning.
Yeah,
no, but I'm not leaning. No, I'm not leaning. I'm just saying what I'm seeing. If Trump is on the list, I'm not a fan of Trump. It doesn't mean I'm jumping on. Doesn't mean I'm
some
jumping.
Compassion, but you don't got too much.
But no, that's right. Because I'm like,
not too much. You can't have too much.
No,
but
I'm looking at it like this. I look at it like this. My finances, my health, my safety. From safety standpoint, I don't agree with Democrats at all. So that's already gone. I don't agree with any of the Democrat safety points. We're going to get to James in a second. He got a lot to say. I know he's got something to say. I don't agree with anything Democrats got to say when it comes to safety. Forget that. Don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't agree with men and women's sports. I don't agree with that. I like the ICE thing. I don't like how they're tackling people. Not that cool. But if they're running, you got to scoop them somehow. Run around the city. We're going to be like, oh, let them go. No, we're going to get them. We're getting paid.
But would you say just go get them all, or would you have?
I would. If I'm the president of the United States of America right now, I look at what the laws are. I'm going to tell them I don't like that law because it sucks for people that are here, but is the law for here. And it's a law for everywhere if you go in the world. You can't go to China and just live there. You can't go to Dubai and just live there. You can't go to Mexico. There's certain places in the world, doesn't matter. You go to the Bahamas, right down the street. How long are you staying? 30 days. Okay, where are you staying at? Where are you going? They ask you all these questions. Are you staying in a hotel? Are you bringing money back, jewelry? What are you buying? Like, it's the same shit everywhere. America is no different. You come here, they know who you are. Democrats don't like it because that's how they win the election. But Democrats actually, on the low, if you ask me, they actually have a lot of similarities to Trump. I think a lot of Democrats actually believe in the fact that we shouldn't have these legal people here. But how are they going to win the election?
Yeah.
How are they going to? They're going to tell all these people, hey, bring your whole family. We're good. We love you. We love you. Gays, transgender. We love everybody. We love all gays. Whether you think Joe Biden gives a shit about the transgender, you think Hillary Clinton loves black people? I don't believe any of that. But the point is, they find how they get the vote. Trump doesn't do that. That's why I like him, because he's like, I'm not a fan of that. So I'm not going to do that. And I'm not saying you should hate on those people, but I'm saying I know what I'm getting with him. He'll say something like, I don't like that. But he's telling you, I don't like you. I like that. I don't like someone goes, oh, yeah, play cool to your face. You will go, fucking guy. Right? It's weird. That's what I'm saying. That's how I feel. If I'm for president, I would do that. James, lot to say right there, man. I know you're independent. You lean Democrat, I think.
But like the thing here is like,
do you lean Democrat?
How you think?
I probably like lean left, but I'm very centrist. Okay. You know, but
you don't say nothing bad about Democrats.
Yeah, I'll talk about like I think Tim Walz is doing a terrible job in Minnesota, letting this go on from underneath him. Like I don't know, just currently you have a Republican-dominated administration in like basically all three aspects of our system. But you know, interesting to this, and something I see chat. But you had a similar corruption scandal with Glenn Casada, right? Mm-hmm. And he was just pardoned by Trump in the end of November 2025. Yeah. And it was a public corruption scandal. He was the former, I think, Speaker of the Tennessee House. Yep. And he was pardoned, but he was prosecuted and convicted of fraud, diverting taxpayer money into like other things, you know? But I also know, and I'm just so sick of how this stuff works in America. Like, yeah, I'm sure that might have been on CNN, but it's probably not on Fox. And it's important to know this. But I think people should be held accountable overall. Like, I think that's why justice should be blind and it shouldn't be influenced by money and other things. But
I agree. Yeah. I agree with what you just said. Mm-hmm. It happens on both sides. Vaughn said this today, said it happens on both sides. Mm-hmm. The problem that I don't like is that the Democrats are going to use certain things that Trump does. Even if Republicans do it, Democrats do it, they're going to use that to win the election. Everything is to win the election. So Republicans now have a big leg to stand on because Tim Walz wasn't just a regular guy. He's running a freaking state of Minnesota. He was running for vice president of the United States of America. And he knows what's going on. And those people out there know what's going on. So this is a bad thing for Kamala Harris. This shoots Kamala Harris in the foot a little bit right here. Everybody will agree. But yes, it should be clear across the board. I agree 1,000%. All the people in the chat room, I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. We had a lot of conversation. I'm trying to call it like it is, call a spade a spade. Get ready. People that are watching the vertical format, we appreciate you. And I want you guys to understand something. A lot of people that are in our chat that are watching the vertical, you don't see them. They come back in after and before. I'm watching live right now on our screen. We got horizontal. We got vertical formats. You're not going to see everybody in the chat. That's going to merge with YouTube. You're going to see us live. Everyone from vertical will eventually be in the same chat. When thousands of people are watching the show, you're going to start seeing them all in there. It's going to all migrate. You're going to see all of them currently live in the show also. So you see all the people in the building. So get ready for that.
That's a new Black Crash shirt?
Yeah, you like my shirt? Yeah. This little shit's tight. I'm telling you right now. It feels good. This is my new. I'm glad you recognize that. People watching live right now. Black Crest.
The logo right there.
You see it, right?
Not the logo, but the
little subtle.
The little the red X.
It's a little subtle.
They always have that on all the black.
You see how you could even do it. You could even show your chain a little bit. You can get a little spicy on them. Yeah. You can tie. I know how you do it. You like to do the choker.
I
do
do
the
that.
choker.
But you gotta put your chain. Your chain's too long, so you can't even see it.
Yeah, I feel you. All right, I got the budget chain.
You need the choker.
They hit me for the for 20% off. You can get the longer chain. Von in the building right now. We love and appreciate you people in the chat. Everybody watching live. There's so much other stuff coming happen here. Von, big part of our show. James, big part of what we do. And if you're in the chat, if you want to join the Instagram chat, put your Instagram right now. Chrome, we got to get you in there. I know you don't do Instagram. I want to show you something cool, Chrome. All the big games coming. You know when we're live for the sports games, there's thousands and thousands of people for the games. You're going to love that. NBA, we have some NFL playoff games live, some NBA playoff games live heading into the new year. There's going to be a lot going on. Subscribe, and get ready for all the great things happening. I'm in those polls in just 1 second. When we get off the show today, everybody watch live, remember to leave a message on this video. Everybody that's watching live, when we sign, we should get 20 messages right away on that video. We're going to also encourage you guys to do that, and we have a lot of uploads coming today. Have a great rest of this year in 2025. 2026 is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Not just because of me, Von in the building, James in the building, all kind of guests that are going to be in the building joining us. And yeah, I got my Giants helmet here. I replaced it with the Jets helmet, baby, because I'm not. Look, New York's great. I'm a Giants fan, not a Jets fan. My boys played on the team, so I like the Jets too. But we're going to have a lot of helmets. We're going to do some raffles, some giveaways. I want you guys to know we got some awesome things in 2026 and some amazing live guests and the new studio setup. They're going to love the new studio setup. It's going to be lit. They're going to love it. All love to you guys watching the show today. Join our show. Subscribe right now. Hit the like button. Make sure we sign out. Leave a message. We will see all of you guys in the new year. So when that ball drops, be safe. Before we guys go, I'm not doing nothing for the new year. I'm going to hang low, and I'm going to go live here and there and talk to my people in here in the building. Von, you're going to be out and about New Year?
No, I'm going to be working. Probably get a little gig.
Good for you. Get that money going. Yeah, flow it in, baby. Flow it in, baby. Hey, James, going out for New Year's, you're going to keep it low key.
I'm not doing anything.
Not worth it.
This is our last stream for 2025?
This is our last stream for 2025. It's the 29th right now. Tomorrow, we're getting ready. Tomorrow, we're setting the new studio. Tomorrow, we're setting up the new studio, lined up in the building. Tomorrow, we'll be in here getting all the stuff done.
James, I don't know your channel. Don't you be
and it's New Year's Eve.
Go live tomorrow.
Well, we're going to be live. We're going to be live, but just not in the studio.
Yeah.
We'll jump on the building.
Yeah. Not in the studio?
No, we won't be. We'll be live. We're doing some games, some cool stuff live. We'll do a lot of uploads. We won't be in the building. So we appreciate all you beautiful people that are in the chat right now. We'll see all of you after the new year. And remember, if you're in the chat, remember people, we love and appreciate all the guys coming as we're building vertical, horizontal. When we upload in that chat, we say, we're uploaded right now. Everybody hit that like button, subscribe, do all that and leave messages on that video because they're all starting to run and get ready for the new year. It's going to ramp up in here with all sports and events and all the helmets. This official helmet, by the way, signed by Eli Manning. Love and appreciate. Ball signed by Jim Kelly. We got a lot of helmets coming in the building. I showed some pictures yesterday. We'll see all you guys after the new year and on all the uploads. Mel, we'll see you soon, 100%. The next show will be live here right after the new year. Make sure to like button, subscribe. Mel, put your Instagram right now. We'll add you to the group chat. Cap, put your Instagram right now so we can add you to the group chat, please. MVP will add you. Pipple Mama will do it. Captain Mickey Mouse, make sure you add your Instagram right now. I think we know who that is. Being in the building, hanging out in the chat. We love all of you. We'll see everybody right after the new year. And remember, if you got Instagram, go follow us. Brandon Mason Show, Instagram, TikTok. And you can send me a direct message and we'll connect with you. But we'll be live every day at 12 o'clock is our live time. And right into the new year, we'll be bumping and going. Love all you guys. See everybody in the building right after that. Take care.